was dead wrong. The Oswald AP look like honeycomb. I done left my ex, so they ain't coming home. Told her she won't see me till my money long.
What's up with y'all? It's Austin Mars TV, finally back here with another video, and today we got a huge transformation for y'all. This man came in, Chris came in with some freeform twist, and you know we're about to knock it down to the wavelength cut, and he actually got a 1.5 on the top, so stay tuned for that. You know, this beat is by Masai Win, so if you want one of the beats from him and you really like this beat, go ahead down in the description and click on his link and purchase you one of his beats. And yeah, real dope beats made by this dude. So yeah, right here we're starting with some scissors and just knocking it all down, knocking down any of the parts that's locked up that would be much more difficult to cut down if we just started in straight with the clippers. So as you can see, we're just trimming off those ends that are locked up. And then right after that, you're gonna want to come in with whatever clipper. Like, I really like doing this part with a cordless clipper since it's so much easier to shape it and all that. But come in with some type of clipper and just knock it down, freeform shape it up, you know, freehand I mean, and just try and get it as low as possible. Don't go too low, just try and knock it down, getting ready for it to be cut with the guard of the desired length. So yeah, as y'all know, I've been gone for a long time. I think it's been going on some months. So in that time, I've done made a whole lot of progress outside of YouTube. I've done purchased 2 new rides. In the update video, which is what I'm gonna post after this, I'm gonna show y'all and also tell y'all what's been going on and everything. But once you've knocked down the hair to a length that you think is manageable, you're gonna want to pick it out again and then freehand it again and just knock it down some more, because once you pick it out again, that's when it's gonna have more hair sticking out, and just knock off all that extra hair before you go in with the guard. So yeah, like I was saying, it's just been a whole lot going on in life, and you know, your boy's about to graduate. I only got like, I think 15-16 days left of school, and then I'm out. And you know, that's a big accomplishment. I'm graduating with a 4.0, so you know, I've been working real hard as far as school and also managing like everything going on. But yeah, I just haven't really had a whole lot of time to do YouTube, but once I get out of school, that's gonna free up a whole lot of time, and you know, I'm gonna have a whole lot more time to post and everything. So yeah, stay tuned. You know, more content dropping soon. I'm planning on dropping that update video very soon, probably in this same week. So no, you know, your boy is back. Go ahead and just make sure you turn on post notifications, because I will be dropping stuff back to back.
Messiah wins.
So right here, I actually took the guard and actually lowered it down to 1. That's something you can do, and it'll really help lay down the edges of the hair, and also in the taper area or whatever type of haircut it is. Go in that area and knock it down. It'll help whenever you're fading it out and everything. So yeah, you know, that'll prevent less flyaway hairs or hairs hanging over the lineup. So right here, we're going to take the 6-0 blade on the Oster 76 and just set in our ball guideline. You can also do this with your trimmer, which is what a lot of folks do. They just take the trimmer and balled it out. And yeah, just go ahead and get ready to start the fade. And in this method, I found it out, or actually really just learned about it probably like a few weeks before doing this video. So what you start off with after you make the ball guideline is a number 1 guard closed, and then right under that you're gonna come in with the enhancement open. Since the teeth are so long, it's supposed to blend all the way up to number 1, so we can completely skip the half guard. So do enhancement open right under that number 1, and then kind of close it like a notch or two, and then go right under that. Then come in with your wall senior or whatever type of clipper and go ahead and fade it out. You can actually do it with the enhancement all the way from the 1 guard, but I feel like I'm more detailed with the wall senior since the blade is a whole lot less spaced out. I can put in more detail, or it kind of forces you to be more detailed since it's not a lot of room to work with. So yeah, that's why I switched back to the wall senior. But you can do it with the enhancement if you prefer fading to the ball guideline with that. So right here, we're actually taking the 1 guard and we was going downward to try and bring the hairs flat to the head, and so we can knock out that last guideline. So what you want to do after you've knocked it down, you want to take the 1.5 or 1 guard and raise it all the way open, and then just flick at that line and make sure you don't bring it up too high. Don't go too high when you're doing this, or you're just going to keep on bringing that guideline up higher and higher, and you know eventually it's going to be on the top of his head. So yeah, right here we're just detailing some of that 1 guard area. You know, right here we're about to start the guideline, or not the guideline, the lineup. You know, just try and keep it sharp but also as natural as possible, and make sure you get the hairs on his neck so it makes the work look a lot cleaner. As you can see, the back fade or the back taper, it came out pretty clean, and it'll be the exact same steps on the sides as you can see whenever we get there. So right here we're about to start balling it out once again with the 6-0. And you know, a tip I can recommend, if you have trouble getting out that ball guideline, you may not want to start with the 6-0 or the trimmer. You may want to start with your actual fading clipper closed and then blend up from there. And then once you get the fade done, just come back with the trimmer or whatever you want to use to ball it out, and then ball it out. Because sometimes if you just start off fading, it's difficult, or it can even take time for people who've been cutting for a while to get out that ball guideline, and that will just save you a lot of time, especially starting out, because getting out the ball guideline is one of the hardest things to do when you first start fading. That was for me at least, and I hear it a lot from a lot of beginner barbers. They can't get out that little line. So yeah, go ahead and try that. Try and save the balling out step for last, and just do the fade from there on up. So yeah, same steps on this side, and then you know also you want to detail, like right here I'm coming back, detailing the fade, making sure I'm getting out any dark spots I left or any spots I see. So yeah, just try and be real consistent. Do what you do on one side to the other. Yeah, on the next side I'll go ahead and let y'all watch the steps without talking, just let y'all observe what I do. right here we're about to start the front lineup, and the tip I can give for this is if their lineup is pretty straight across, like it's no spots you can notice that are like abnormally higher than one side, then I would start in the middle and work my way to one side, and then the other side do the same thing. Start in the middle, work my way to the other side. So do one side at a time, then match up the other side with it. But one thing I learned from an older barber who has been cutting like 40 years, he told me if they have one side that goes up super high, try and match up the corners. So say one side is super high, you kind of want to even that out with the other side, and then work your way to the middle from there, and it'll kind of make it a whole lot easier, like getting it straight across and symmetrical. So right here we're gonna hit it with some anti-bump spray and start shaving off any extra hair on his forehead or any of the peach fuzz, and it'll just make the haircut and lineup look a lot cleaner. So as you can see in this process, I make sure I keep the skin stretched out as much as I can to help prevent any irritation or any cutting of the skin, and also make sure you have the blade angled right. One thing I did when I first started using the razor was practice on a balloon, like putting shaving cream on the balloon and then shaving that off without popping the balloon. So yeah, make sure you actually practice before you start using the razor on a person. So once you get through with the razor, you want to go back in detail with your trimmers a little bit. Make sure you got any of the hairs that hang over the lineup and making sure it's all straight and symmetrical. And after this, we're gonna start the enhancement, and what we're actually using is a semi-permanent hair dye in an airbrush. In this particular client, he does not really care about it being natural, he just wants it sharp. So I put it on a little heavy to you know, make it stand out, make the lineup stand out. And what he tells me, whenever he gets it put on this heavy, like people ask who cut his hair, it draws attention to the haircut, and people notice how much the line sticks out. So I mean, not everyone likes this look. A lot of people like natural look, especially the older, but it's also a lot of younger folks that like the haircut like this and don't really care about it being natural. And people usually tell me, like, when it's put on this heavy, it lasts longer, like it takes longer for it to fade off. So yeah, right here we took the alcohol and wiped off any excess on the lineup or around the lineup. So yeah, you're about to see the final product. Here goes the back taper, real smooth. You know, we're about to go around to the front side. I think this transformation turned out really good, and in the next video you're gonna see the progress he made just in like 3 or 4 weeks, man. It's a whole lot of progress. You know, the waves was already in there. But anyways, this is Austin Mars TV. Thank y'all for watching, and I'm out.